Hi, I'm Emma. 3 years ago, I was planning my dream wedding to Jake Morrison, the guy I thought was my soulmate. We met in college, dated for 5 years, and got married in this beautiful ceremony by the lake. Everyone said we were perfect together. I believed them. "Emma, you're glowing!" my best friend Lisa said at our wedding reception, hugging me tight. "Jake's such a great guy. You two are going to have the most amazing life together." "I know, right?" I smiled, watching Jake laugh with his groomsmen. "He's everything I ever wanted." Fast forward 2 years, and I found out I was pregnant. I was nervous but excited. Jake had always talked about wanting kids someday. "Jake, I need to tell you something," I said one evening, sitting across from him at dinner. "What's up, babe?" He didn't look up from his phone. "I'm pregnant." His fork clattered against his plate. "You're what?" "Pregnant. We're going to have a baby." I reached for his hand, but he pulled away. "Emma, this is really sudden." His voice was tight, strained. "I know it's unexpected, but we've talked about this. About our future, about kids." "Yeah, someday. Not now. I'm not ready for this." He stood up, pacing the kitchen. "Jake, what are you saying?" "I'm saying I need time to think." He grabbed his keys and walked out, leaving me sitting there with my hand on my stomach. Things got worse over the next months. Jake became distant, working late, barely talking to me. When labor started at 37 weeks, I called him frantically. "Jake, it's time. The contractions are 5 minutes apart." "I'm in a meeting, Emma. Can't this wait?" "Can't this... Jake, I'm having our baby." "Just call an Uber or something. I'll be there when I can." He hung up. Lisa rushed me to the hospital instead. She held my hand through 23 hours of labor while Jake's phone went straight to voicemail. After our daughter Lily was born, I tried calling again. This time he answered. "Jake, where are you? I had the baby. We have a daughter." There was a long pause. "Emma, I can't do this." "Can't do what?" "Jake, what are you talking about?" "This, the baby, us, I'm done." "You're what?" "Jake, I just gave birth to your child." "I never wanted this. I told you I wasn't ready. You should have listened." His voice was cold, empty. "Jake Morrison, you get to this hospital right now." "No. Good luck, Emma. You're on your own." The line went dead. I sat there in that hospital bed, holding my newborn daughter, trying to process what just happened. When I tried to check out the next day, the nurse looked at me with pity. "Mrs. Morrison, your insurance isn't going through, and we need someone to drive you and the baby home." "My husband will be here soon." I lied, but he never came. I called Lisa again. "Emma, what's wrong?" Lisa's voice was immediately concerned. "He left us, Lisa. Jake left us at the hospital. He said he's done, that he never wanted this." My voice broke. "I'm on my way. Stay right there." When Lisa arrived, she found me sitting outside the hospital entrance, crying with Lily in my arms. The automatic doors kept opening and closing behind us. Other families walked past with balloons and flowers, starting their happy new chapters while mine was falling apart. "Where are we supposed to go?" I sobbed. "I checked our bank account. He emptied it. Everything. The rent's due, and he took it all." Lisa knelt beside me, her eyes fierce. "That bastard! Emma, you're coming home with me, and then we're going to make him pay for this." Lisa's apartment became my refuge. I spent the first week in a fog, caring for Lily while trying to understand how my life had imploded. "Emma, you need to eat something," Lisa said, bringing me soup. "I can't stop thinking about it, Lisa. How did I not see this coming?" "Because he's a manipulative piece of garbage who hid his true colors. But Emma, we need to talk about what you're going to do. Legally, I mean." "I don't even know where to start." I called my cousin Rachel. She's a family law attorney. She wants to meet with you tomorrow. The next day, I sat in Rachel's office with Lily in a carrier beside me. Rachel was sharp-eyed and professional, taking notes as I explained everything. "So he abandoned you at the hospital, emptied your joint accounts, and hasn't contacted you since?" Rachel asked. "Nothing. Complete silence." "That's child abandonment and financial abuse. Emma, you have a strong case here, but I need to know. Do you want full custody? Absolutely. Good. We'll file for emergency custody, child support, and petition to recover the stolen funds. Do you have any evidence of his statements? I have text messages. And the hospital has records that I was there alone. Perfect. Start forwarding me everything. When I got back to Lisa's apartment, I found a voicemail from Jake's mother, Karen. Emma, this is Karen. I heard about what happened. I think you're being dramatic. Jake just needs space. You should give him time and stop being so needy. I deleted it before it finished. Was that his mother? Lisa asked, bouncing Lily. Yeah, defending him, of course. Of course she is. She's always babied him. Lisa paused. Emma, I ran into someone yesterday, Ashley. She works at Jake's office. And? She told me something. Jake's been seeing someone, a woman named Brittany from accounting, for months, apparently, since before you got pregnant. The room spun. He was cheating? Ashley wasn't sure if she should tell you, but I convinced her. Emma, there's more. Brittany's been posting on social media, pictures with Jake, acting like they're a couple. I pulled out my phone with shaking hands and found Brittany's profile. There they were, dozens of photos. Jake at restaurants I'd never been to. Jake at a beach trip I didn't know about. The most recent was from 2 days ago. Jake and Brittany at some upscale bar, both grinning at the camera. The caption read, "Finally free to love who I want?" I'm going to be sick, I whispered. No, you're going to be smart. Screenshot everything. Send it to Rachel. This proves premeditation. Over the next week, I gathered evidence. Lisa helped me interview people from Jake's office. Most were reluctant to talk, but Ashley agreed to give a statement. I felt wrong not saying anything, Ashley told me over coffee. I've seen him lie to you on the phone. He'd tell you he was working late, then leave with Brittany. It made me sick. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I'm sorry, Emma, I really am. I was scared of losing my job. Jake's close with the boss. Then Karen showed up at Lisa's apartment unannounced. Emma, open this door right now. Karen's voice echoed through the hallway. Lisa looked at me. Want me to handle this? No, I need to do this. I opened the door. Karen pushed past me, her face red with anger. You have some nerve turning my son's life upside down, she shouted. Excuse me? I turned his life upside down? Filing for custody, demanding money. He told me everything. You're trying to trap him. Karen, your son abandoned his newborn daughter at a hospital and stole our money. Those are facts. Jake said you pressured him into having a baby when he wasn't ready. You did this to yourself. Lisa stepped forward. Mrs. Morrison, you need to leave. Now. This doesn't concern you, Karen snapped. The hell it doesn't. I was there when Jake hung up on Emma during labor. I drove her to the hospital because her husband couldn't be bothered. Where were you? Jake is a good man who made a mistake under pressure. I felt something shift inside me. Get out, Karen. Your son is a cheater, a thief, and a deadbeat father. If you can't see that, then you're as delusional as he is. And if you come back here, I'll file for a restraining order. Karen's mouth opened and closed like a fish. You'll regret this, Emma. When Jake realizes what a mistake he made, you'll be sorry you pushed him away. Get out. After she left, Lisa hugged me tight. I'm proud of you. I should have said that months ago. I looked at Lily, sleeping peacefully in her bassinet. I'm done being quiet. 2 weeks later, Rachel arranged a mediation meeting. Jake had been formally served with custody and child support papers. He'd been dodging them until the process server found him at Brittany's apartment. Emma, remember what we discussed, Rachel said as we entered the conference room. Stay calm. Don't let him provoke you. We have all the evidence we need. Jake was already there with a lawyer who looked fresh out of law school. Brittany sat beside him, holding his hand. Really, Jake? You brought her? I said, my voice ice. Brittany has every right to be here, Jake said. She's my support system. Your support system? She's the woman you cheated on me with while I was pregnant. Jake's lawyer cleared his throat. Perhaps we should focus on the matter at hand. My client is willing to discuss a reasonable support arrangement. Reasonable? Rachel opened her folder. Your client abandoned his newborn at a hospital, stole over $15,000 from joint accounts, and has made 0 attempts to see his daughter. That money was mine too, Jake interrupted. And I left because Emma was suffocating me. She got pregnant on purpose to trap me. That's a lie! I slammed my hand on the table. Is it? You conveniently forgot your birth control, didn't you? We talked about having kids. You said you wanted a family. I said someday, Emma. Not when I was 29 with my whole life ahead of me. Brittany squeezed his hand. Jake, calm down. I laughed bitterly. Oh, this is rich. Your mistress is telling you to calm down in our custody mediation. How's that for a scene? She's not my mistress. She's my girlfriend. We're together now. Emma, you need to accept that we're done. I accepted that the moment you abandoned your daughter. What I won't accept is you walking away without consequences. Jake leaned forward. What do you want from me, Emma? Money? Fine, I'll pay some child support. But I don't want custody. I don't want visits. I want nothing to do with that baby. The room went silent. Even his own lawyer looked uncomfortable. Her name is Lily, I said quietly. Your daughter's name is Lily Rose Morrison, and she's 8 weeks old. She has your eyes. She smiles in her sleep, and you don't even want to know her. I didn't ask for her. You had sex with your wife, Jake. That's how babies happen. You don't get to pretend you had no part in this. Whatever. Just tell me what I owe and let's be done. Rachel slid papers across the table. Full custody to Emma. Child support based on your income, which we've documented at $90,000 per year, plus reimbursement of the stolen funds with interest. And Jake, Emma could press criminal charges for financial exploitation, but she's willing to forgo that if you cooperate fully. Jake's face turned red. 90,000? That's inflated. And I needed that money from our account. For what? Your beach vacation with your mistress? The fancy dinners? I pulled out printed social media posts. I have everything, Jake. Every receipt, every photo, every lie. He grabbed the papers, his hands shaking. This is insane. You're trying to ruin my life. No, Jake. I'm protecting our daughter from you. There's a difference. I won't sign this. No way. Rachel smiled coldly. Then we'll see you in court, where Emma will present evidence of abandonment, adultery, and theft, where witnesses will testify about your behavior, where a judge will determine that you're an unfit parent who should pay even more than what we're asking. Your choice. Jake stood up abruptly, his chair scraping against the floor. You know what, Emma? You always were a controlling witch. I should have left you years ago. But you didn't. You waited until I was most vulnerable, after I gave birth to your child. That's who you really are. I loved you once, he said, his voice breaking. But you changed. You became someone I didn't recognize. No, Jake, you changed. Or maybe this was always who you were, and I was too blind to see it. Brittany stood up. Baby, we don't need to listen to this. Let's go. Baby? I laughed. How domestic. Tell me, Brittany, how does it feel knowing you're with a man who abandoned his newborn? Does that make you feel special? You don't know anything about us, Brittany snapped. I know he's a coward. I know he's a thief. And I know that when things get hard with you, he'll do the same thing. Jake lunged toward me, his fist raised. Shut up! Just shut up! Rachel jumped up. That's assault! Everyone saw that! Jake froze, realizing what he'd done. His lawyer looked horrified. Jake, sit down right now, his lawyer hissed. She provoked me. Did you hear what she said? I don't care if she called you every name in the book. You cannot threaten physical violence. His lawyer gathered his papers. This meeting is over. Jake, don't say another word. As they left, Jake turned back. I'm sorry, Emma, I didn't mean... I'm sorry for all of it. Please, can we just talk about this like adults? I met his eyes. No, Jake, we can't. You lost that right the day you left your daughter and me on that hospital curb. See you in court. The courtroom was packed. Jake sat with his lawyer, looking smaller than I remembered. Judge Martinez reviewed the evidence, bank statements, text messages, hospital records, witness testimony, and the security footage from the mediation. "Mr. Morrison," Judge Martinez said, "I'm granting full custody to Miss Morrison. You'll pay $1,800 monthly in child support, plus reimbursement of all stolen funds. You're also prohibited from contacting Miss Morrison except through legal channels. Given your threatening behavior, I'm granting a protective order." "Your Honor, please," Jake started. "I'm not finished. Supervised visitation will only be considered after you complete a parenting class. Court adjourned." In the hallway, Jake approached me despite his lawyer's protests. "Emma, wait, please." I turned. "What do you want, Jake?" "I want to apologize. Really apologize. I was wrong about everything." His eyes were red. "I love you, Emma. Can we please try to fix this? For Lily's sake?" "For Lily's sake? You don't even know her." "I want to. I want to be her father. I want us to be a family again." "No. Emma, please. I'll do anything. I'll go to counseling. I'll prove I've changed." "Jake, you made your choice. You chose Brittany. You chose yourself. You chose to walk away when things got hard. So that's it? You're just going to keep my daughter from me forever?" "The court gave you a path to supervised visitation. But Jake, I will never forgive you. I will never trust you. And I will never, ever take you back." "You're being vindictive." Rachel stepped forward. "She's being smart. If you contact my client again outside legal channels, you'll be arrested." Jake looked at me one more time. "I'm sorry, Emma. I'm so sorry." "So am I, Jake. I'm sorry I wasted 8 years on you." I walked away without looking back. 3 months later, I sat in Lisa's living room feeding Lily her bottle. Jake had completed his parenting class, but hadn't requested visitation. The child support came regularly. "You know what's funny?" I said to Lisa, who was folding laundry. "What's that?" "I heard Brittany left him. Apparently, she didn't like being with a guy who had baggage." Lisa snorted. "Karma's beautiful, isn't it?" "It really is." I looked down at Lily. "He lost his chance to know this amazing little girl. That's his loss, not ours." "Damn right. You're doing an incredible job, Emma." "Some days are really hard, but I'm stronger than I thought. And I'm teaching Lily that you don't need someone who doesn't want you." My phone buzzed. Another message from Jake. "Please call me. I miss you." I blocked it without responding. "Still trying?" Lisa asked. "Yep, still not interested." I deleted the notification. I'm finally starting to feel like myself again. Like I can see a future that doesn't revolve around what Jake did. That's growth. I'm proud of you. Thanks for everything, Lisa. For being there at the hospital, for taking us in. That's what family does. The real kind. She tickled Lily's feet. This little one's going to grow up knowing her mom is a warrior. I kissed Lily's forehead. She's going to grow up knowing that when someone shows you who they really are, you believe them, and you never let them back in. So what would you do if you found yourself abandoned at a hospital with your newborn? Would you fight back like Emma? Or would you have handled it differently? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more true revenge stories.